Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And I woke up. Today is a no class day, and yeah, but my morning got ruined by yet another nightmare. I know, two nightmares in a row. Probably not that great. I'm probably gonna die soon or something. I don't know. But today's nightmare was not the same as the princess one. So today I drove my car in the dream, in the nightmare, I guess. I drove my car to a friend's church, a place that I really never drove to before, but it was for something wholesome. Okay, I drove to his home, not his home. I mean his his church for to celebrate his birthday because it was his birthday. It was just a short, simple, normal birthday event. Nothing hectic happened during the birthday at all. And after the birthday, on the drive home, everything went weird. Everything. Okay? I was driving home alone, and everything was fucked, right? I was driving while sitting at the back seat of the car. The steering wheel and the gas pedal were both in the back seat with me, and I could step on it and steer the car. But the brake pedal was all the way in the front seat where my legs could barely reach it, but I can't. So it's that like feeling of helplessness that you know what you're supposed to do, but you're just incapable of doing it. You know what I mean? And I lost control and crashed the car in the dream. I didn't wake up from the car crash. I did walk out of the car crash unscathed, completely fine, no damage, 0 HP loss. Later on, after that car crash, I decided I'll call an Uber to bring me back home. The driver, the Uber car had like this weird meter system, like how a taxi used to have, except it counts down instead of counting up. And that meter showed how long he could drive me for each number. So it had a 6 on it. So he could drive me for 6 hours. We drove for 6 hours straight, and I still hadn't reached my house. So, for context, in real life, the church to my place to the church is like a 30-minute drive at most. So 6 hours is insane, right? And after 6 hours, the timer expired, and once the timer ran out, the driver wasn't allowed to drive me anywhere anymore. And before I was gonna go home, the driver was like, "No, you can't leave yet." He had to call his boss, tell him about it, and then the boss was like, "What does the customer want to do?" And I said, "Well, I still want to go home." And the driver told me, well, it would cost $120 per hour to keep him driving me. And even for some reason in my dream, I was like, that is way too expensive. I'm like, hell no, I'm not paying for that. So I went and grabbed my capybara McDonald's tote bag that I had for some reason, and decided that I was about to walk home. But as I was getting my tote bag, right, the driver asked me, "Oh, where'd I get that cute McDonald's capybara tote bag from?" Because he thought it looked cute, right? And then he's like, and then I was like, "Oh, I got it from McDonald's. Somebody gave it to me." And then he's like, "No way in hell you ever worked at a McDonald's. You've never worked a day in your life." That's what he said to me. I don't know why he was so mean, but that was exactly the words he said to me, and I still remember it. Maybe there is something wrong with my brain, but this is what fucked me up. This is what woke me up. Not his rude comment, not the car crash. It was this. Once I started walking home, it was at night. It was the pitch black of a dark night. And while I was walking home, I just had this eerie sensation that I just wasn't safe walking home. And all the street lamps, all the street lights were like suddenly just going off, going out. There was no lights on the road. It was in complete darkness. The only light source was the fucking moon. And that's when I woke up. And I was sitting in bed and I'm like, what the hell was that dream? What is that dream even about? And my heart was pounding so fast. When I woke up, I was exhausted. I laid back down and all I heard was the fast beating of my heartbeat, bro. It was like, boom, 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 boom. It was like, this is my heartbeat song and I'm gonna play it. Except it sounded terrible because it was all out of beat. And then there's a few things that I think are the reasons for why I had this terrible nightmares. Well, not really that bad, but why I had these nightmares. For the driving one, for the car crash, I think it's because recently I've been way more willing to drive around and just do stuff driving. And I think that my brain is showing me that car crash thing to get me to like stop driving as much as I have. Just trying to scare me to be a shut-in again or something like that. I don't know, that's what I'm assuming. And then the pitch black one, I have no idea. But the rude driver one, I have a few theories. One of them is that it's just a social anxiety thing that he was mean to me. I'm just scared that people would be mean for no reason. And the other thing is probably because I'm about to start my internship in a couple of months, and I've started looking for jobs and shit. And I feel like the part where he says, "No way in hell you've ever worked a day at McDonald's. You've never worked a day in your life." That quote specifically is something that I feel like what my potential interviewer would say to me. And what's worse, right, is that it's not even true. Like, I've worked 4 different jobs before I even started attending college, right? 3 years ago. So it's not like I've never worked a day in my life. It's just kind of weird how my brain just pulled that out of nowhere and then just made me go like haywire for the entire morning. And yeah, that's just what happened. That's what dude, literally, I know I said it in yesterday's video, but if any psychologist, dream psychologist, if you exist, can you tell me what the fuck is wrong? Because it happened 2 days in a row now. Like, this can't keep happening, man. Like, I can't keep ruining my sleep because of these random dreams. Help me. Please, please. Please do it for free. I really can't afford a therapist. But thanks if you do. But if you don't, whatever, man. You're not obligated to. Yeah, but that's pretty much for the video. Thanks for watching. Like if you were entertained, obviously. Please like for my sanity. And see you guys, bye.